Hello. Now there is sound. Now there is sound. I'm getting right. What's going on? Here we are, ready to go to 1800. Hopefully we get it today. Let me make sure this audio is going okay. Yeah, perfect. Where's the music? Music is on. Hey, nice to see you here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Perfect. All right. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know, we've been doing this live stream since the 800s. We made it 2 days ago to what 1700, and now we're going for the 1800 and eventually to 2200. So I think we're good. We are playing any opening that you recommend. Whatever you tell me to play, that's what I'm playing. Mainly, I'm trying to use the concepts from the new Chessable course, which is mainly strategy and positional chess, very basic, which is all I know. And there we go. So glad to hear, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Any questions, let me know. Any feedback. And like I always say, once you finish it and you go over 2 or 3 more times, we are walking together. We know the same thing. Scotch, you got it. Scandinavian, we played a lot of Scandinavian earlier, so we got to do it again. All right, let's go for it. Let me just make sure I hit start. Now we're playing stronger opponents, of course. If we see that 10 minutes is not enough, then we add increment and things like that. All right. Let me just make sure everything is looking good over here. Yeah, everything is looking good. Perfect. All right. If they play Richard, if they play 5, no. There we go. Sicilian. Okay, but be specific. What Sicilian do you want? Okay, I have to play this already. I have to play this already. What's going on here? All right. Let me play c4. Trying to develop my pieces. Notice how already there are some holes in my position. But it's not the end of the world. This bishop is not developed. I mean, it's not that active. I have 2 knights developed, 1 bishop developed, which is hanging. If this pawn moves, I might be able to get something going there. All right. Let me develop with a 10-pawn the queen. Jobaba London, you got it. Rui Lopez, Spanish. All right, f6, I knew they were going to block with the pawn, but I just want him to create weaknesses. That's it. Now we move. And I think I'm just going to keep it. I think I'm just going to keep it here. Why not? I don't know about that one. Only if they play the Caribbean opening, we could get into that one. Hello, hello, hello. Hyper, whatever hyper accelerated sounds tricky. I get it. I get it. The Collie, yeah, those are the usuals that we play. So we're gonna go for it. With that said, why would you play now? Why would you play in this position? I'll give you a minute. We got 8 minutes and 41 seconds. What would you play in this position? There you go. There you go. There you go. Definitely 95. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but we have to think of it. We have to. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo está todo? ¿Cómo está todo? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. You guys are sharp. Sharp, sharp, sharp. All right. Obviously, take the pawn. Obviously, I don't know. If I take that pawn, what if they go g5? Hitting my knight, hitting the bishop. I think, of course, g5, we go queen h5. There we go. All right, simple stuff. My opponent keeps moving pawns. We keep developing pieces, and tactics have to be in the air. Me alegro mucho. Like always, let me know if the audio is coming through clean, if the music is not too loud. All right, we take. Queen h5 is still in the air. Yeah, is this a 1696? Not that I want to sound arrogant, but I don't know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this check, king comes out. Do we have checkmate? I mean, I'm already happy with this king exposed. This is a fork. Even this move could be interesting. There has to be something. I wish I knew enough chess to make it work. All right, let's kick you out of there. Pawn in front of his pawns. It cannot be right. Those pawns are supposed to defend the king, not to be behind it. Now, this would be a fork, deadly. This would be very strong. I'm looking at the checks, of course. Yeah. Okay, if I go c5, you take my knight. Bishop g3. You take now. No. I mean, I'm not even gonna calculate. If you take here with the pawn, this is mate. If you take with the king, that's mate. That's it. Let me see this line just for a moment. What if they had? Let me see. Oh yeah. What if they had taken here? I think check. I mean, I'll even give you the bishop, but check. Only going here or to e3, going back. This is it. And going here, I mean, I don't even know how this is gonna end, but it has to be mate. It has to be mate. Bishop f2, you go back. My queen cannot come in that easily, but maybe g3. I mean, I could just castle and this is over, but how bad is this? Boom, we already know. Oh, no, now I bring the queen over. There has to be something. Chess is easy. Yeah, at last, when our opponent makes it easy for us, absolutely. All right, we got that one. Let me go to my next opponent. What am I missing here? What's off today? Okay, white pieces. We're going for that e4 again. We're gonna get to the Collie and everything else. I have to update the score. Carol can. Okay, 89 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Okay, let me go d3. I'm gonna stay in King's Indian attack. Vasil, I know you played this. c5. I don't know if c5 is brilliant, but it only made sense. c4. Oh, okay. What is it called? The pan of attack. Pan of attack. All right, let me go bishop c4. Typically, I do my fianchetto, but because they already took, I'm happy to improve my bishop, castle. So we made it to 17-14 already. All right, with the king in safety. I'm 1 step away from developing completely. They are 3 steps away. The moment I finish, I go on attack, but not yet. No, okay. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that we like to play knight f3 in the first move when it comes to the King's Indian attack. But because this speedrun, I want to make it with more variety. I play e4, trying to get the scotch for Richard, and it didn't happen. So we got into it that way. Okay, I'm gonna continue to defend d4. But yeah, I like knight f3. That way I bring them into my territory, into my camp, instead of playing e4 to see what they want to play. Okay, now e5, I'm going for it. Trying to be aggressive since I haven't developed this knight, since my pieces are pretty well placed. Don't forget this pawn, we see it in the King's Indian attack. If you remember lesson 78, 79, we like this bishop here too. We like the knight coming over. Let me go knight e4. I'm opening my bishop, which is the only piece I haven't developed. I could bring the rook to the d file. And of course, this bishop, we could even do the Greek gift at some point. Maybe I'm just dreaming, but I'm thinking of what it could be if they give me the chance. Yeah, we know you're going for that. There we go. I don't really mind it if they take my bishop. I don't want to lose the pawn. I'm fully developed. Don't forget, this is a weak square. Okay, very good. Well, it proved to be a little bit uncomfortable. I wish I could have played a 4, right? So I think that's what you mean. I'm not so sure when they play Queen C7 what I'm going to do, to be honest with you. So yes, we're playing and we're learning. I'm hoping I can create something on the king side. Can you do a work for me? Be more specific before I answer to that. Great gift, a great gift. There we go. Okay, so knight d6 is always nice. Knight f6, we have to consider it. This pawn, am I concerned about it? All right, I'm going to improve my rook with a tempo. Now, one thing I don't want to do, and I've done this in the past so many times, and I've learned my lesson, I don't want to fall in love with a tactic, with an idea. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to make this work regardless, and I start ignoring everything, and then I lose. If it works, it works, but in the meantime, I'm going to play logical chess, develop my pieces. Just don't do anything Richard would do. That's it. That's the bottom line. All right, bishop d3 now. Knight d6 is so attractive. Yeah, let me forget about the Greek gift, because if not, I'm just gonna sacrifice everything to go for it. Open YouTube? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You mean in the same, you're stuck in the same level that I am? Yeah, we make the same mistakes. Take the knight and then but I don't know. They could take with the bishop too. You see, that's what I want to avoid. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Just keep it cool. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Been there in chess, in life. But we learn from our lessons. I mean, from our mistakes. I'm sorry. Okay, this has to be cool. You take. And then we go to the 7th rank. There are always ideas, my friend. You see, rook's on the 7th rank. Oh, wait. What am I talking about? This is hanging. Keep it very cool. I'm gonna trust that active pieces prevail, or better than a pawn or 2 pawns. In other words, this is what they call compensation. I know it's very tricky, I've given pawns for free or have lost pawns for free, and then I lose the game anyways because they defend well. But we gotta trust the principles. But hey, that's what keeps us coming back, my friend. All right, guys, be logical here. We want to be cool. We want to support everyone. Definitely, if you have a YouTube channel, put it here. But don't be spamming. It just makes no sense that I want to stop this and go to YouTube, open YouTube, and do this. Right? So, oh yeah, look at Roberto. Roberto is going deep into his heart to share all of these life lessons. Don't trust anything. Who hurt you, Roberto? Who hurt you? All right, rook d6. Why not? Okay, rook d6 and own the file, or do we take with the pawn and we got a pass pawn? And we forget about that pawn being attacked and so on. Okay, if I take with the rook and knight leaves, I double down. Let me get my pass pawn. It's a pass pawn at the end of the day. Something has to give. If they take on c2, I'm going to aim my bishop at that king. Something. Okay, we knew that could happen. There are so many ideas. We could even sacrifice here at some point. But no. Look at this. I'm already scared. I'm at that point where you go all in and attack the king, or you lose the game because you dropped every single pawn. But let's hope my rook lift works. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, we've been back consistently for the last 2 months or so. So thanks for the welcome back. And here we are trying to take this account to 2200. I don't know. I think this game is not gonna. It's not helping. We'll see. All right, guys. I really don't like to ban people, but if you become annoying, no, it's done. The mod is right here. I do everything. This is a safe place for children like Richard to learn chess. How can I allow that? All right, so every time I move, don't think for a moment I'm looking around, calculating. I'm just making sure I'm not dropping a piece. When I move the rook, I'm thinking, is this queen gonna get my rook? Nope. All right, of course, there's a simple tactic in the air, but more than that, I want to get to g3. Yeah, now you want to simplify. After you took my pawns, you want to simplify. Come back next year, my friend. All right, I'm trying to avoid by creating threats. I cannot let them improve these pieces. If they do, we're done. We have a tiny amount of initiative or compensation. If I let them coordinate their pieces, we're done. Hello, what's going on? We'll see. I think why are my comments coming through like this? I think, let me go here. I need Roberto's comment too. We're getting there, guys. I apologize for this. As you can see, it's Roberto's fault. All right, we're getting there. Well, you know what it is when you don't know what to do? Attack. Yeah, I was gonna say at this level, it's mainly endgame. Mainly endgame. If I could take my opponents to the endgame, that should be good enough. Debbie in the house. What's going on, Debbie? Okay, Debbie, this is what we didn't see. This is what we didn't see. My opponent is doing the right thing by trading pieces. They don't want to get attacked. Do I have any tactics? If this queen were not here, I could go queen e5, checkmate threat, attacking the knight. But of course, that's not it. All right. Nevertheless, we're going to defend the pawn. We're going to bring this rook up, and we close our eyes and we go all in. There's nothing else we could do right now but to attack. But down a couple pawns is not so bad. Like if I wanted to, I could go like this too, but I really trust we're going to get something going. You know what it is. When I lose, I blame, then I forget and repeat. Well, glad to hear, glad to hear. I'm trying to do my best on this one. I don't know if the strategy explained is gonna work out, but nah, thank you all for being here. Not only my commentary, but I know in the comments you also add your piece of knowledge, and we all learn. That's the idea. I don't think endgames love you, my friend. Yeah, to get, in my experience, to get to 1800. That's what we need. And like I always say, I don't know a lot of endgames. I'm not talking about deep endgames, but you have to have a good foundation. And actually, we've seen a lot of endgames in this speedrun so far. Okay. This could be enough to complicate the game, my friend. H4, H5, H6. Maybe not. D7. All right, one thing I want to do is I want to make sure no one is hanging. I don't want to get ahead of myself and push the pawn yet. There has to be a tactic here at some point. We just keep putting pressure. So glad to hear, so glad to hear. By the way, I don't know how many hours in total. We started with 12 hours, the first one. We made it to 1500, and then like 3-4 hours. We're almost getting there. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hi. No, I don't think we're ready to walk the king. That would be so cool, but that's a unicorn in chess. Okay, at least I'm very happy this queen is going back and forth. That tells me they don't have a plan. Queen f6, they could play queen g7. Yeah, I think that's what they want. What if I just go d7 right now? Let me just play d7. I just want to make them uncomfortable. f6 is not going to come anytime soon because this falls. Rook e8, now it's not going to happen. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I know my customers. I know my customers. Rook h4, rook g4. I want to do it, but I knew if I had done it here, if I had played rook g4, I know queen g7 is coming. And I want to be flexible. Be water, my friend. I want to attack the king, but if things go south, I need to at least collect a few pawns. So otherwise, I'm going to go into an endgame where I'm done. Why queen d6 instead of queen c7? Because my rook is hanging. That's the one thing I keep telling you. You might think I'm calculating here. I'm just telling myself, don't drop the rook, don't drop the rook, don't drop the rook. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Go back. I gotta be careful with the checks on my king, especially if they're gonna lead to the trade of queens. Okay, go back to safety. Maybe g4, g5. Now this is like I just need to hold, let them suffocate. They're gonna make silly mistakes like opening up like that. That's what I wanted, my friend. Now g5 or just open up? No, open up. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? That's what my tanks needed. Open roads, open streets. And this is what we do. We wait, we put pressure, and everything is collapsing now. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Let me bring this one here. it has to be very uncomfortable. Look at this rook so passive. Look at my rooks attacking. In the end, it's 3 attackers, 1 defender. That ratio, any sport, basketball, football, yeah, double down on it. F6 cannot come in because of the check. Woof. That's it. Queen's Gambit, anything you ask for, we play today. There we go. Now this should be very easy. Woo! All right, we got that one. Now, quick recap here, like we always do. Let me go from the beginning. Okay, we're not gonna go deep analyzing the games, but at least a quick recap. Bishop c4. Typically, I do my King's Indian attack to play knight f3, g3, bishop g2, and castle. But if they help me open up the bishop, why not, right? Develop your pieces. Castle. Queen f3, e5. Maybe this was a little bit premature. Maybe improve the rook, open up the bishop, then you go for it. The further your pawns go from your camp, the more difficult it is to defend them. Knight e4, bishop f4. Now, I want to see if knight d6 made sense, if dropping the pawns was okay. Let me take a look. All right, 0.0, and the best move, I don't know if you can see it, is knight to d6. So this is when I start bragging. You see, I'm a genius in disguise. They took the pawn. You see, even though I dropped the pawn, computer is saying this position is equal. Whenever you see someone being down material and it's equal, that means they have a lot of compensation. Rook e1, they took. Okay, rook e1 was not great. Oh, knight f7, computer. Knight f7. Knight f7. Tactics in the air. There you go. That's why we have to do our tactics. The strategy and the positional chess. Knight in the outpost. Bishop on a good diagonal. Active queen. Active rook. But if we don't see these moves, that's it. Everything is collapsing after that. All right. Very good. We missed that one. Welcome to the club. Bishop d3. Rook e3. Yeah. I don't think we had anything, especially after they traded our bishop. But then they started just going back and forth with the queen, and that gave us an edge. Look, instead of g6, no, g6 is the move. Rook d4, d7. I cannot trade. If I trade, there's no more attack. So queen to d6, g4, and that's it. That's the end. The last thing you want to do is open up. Like my student Adam says, open the kimono. My opponent opened the kimono, and that's it. Everything collapses. That's the end of it. All right, let's go to the next one. A score. Okay, so you had asked as black Sicilian, Scandinavian. I haven't forgotten about the Scandinavian. We'll get there. Let me update the score. Officially 90 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Okay, it's hyper accelerated dragon. Vasil, I think that this is what it is. There we go. Bishop g7. It's like our Pierce defense or modern defense, but we already have the pawn on c5 claiming the center. So they don't have 2 pawns in the center. They have only 1, and we keep 2 pawns in the center. Strategically, that makes a lot of sense to have 2 pawns in the center left. All right, we challenge it. Hey, like I said, don't fall in love with those tactics. Don't fall in love with the wrong thing, or you could go, you could get in a lot of trouble, my friend. All right. That bishop, I don't think it means anything right now, but I don't like this. There are sacrifices. They could put more pressure. All I'm saying is be careful. Be careful, son. D5 is not possible. Queen a5 I like. Knight f6, they're going to play 5. I guess we got to play d6. Yep, there we go. Opening up the bishop. Then we can play knight f6 and castle. Rook b8. As you already know, I don't play this opening, so I don't know the theory, but I know enough chess to get to the middle game. Develop my pieces, castle. That said, rooks go to the semi-open files. You see that I know my customers? I know. Okay, if I go knight f6, they're gonna try to play 5. I know that much. Nothing wrong with e6, but it doesn't look dragonish enough. E6 blocking the bishop forever. Bishop e6 out there to play, but I know it's not the move. Knight f6 seems natural, but e5. What do I do about you? Pawn takes, queen takes, bishop d7. I'm gonna go with that. I'll try, my friend. I'll try. Oof. Okay, this should be automatic for all of you. They castle to the queen side. Look at my rook. Look at my bishop. Long range pieces. I talk so much about this in the course, but also on YouTube, but also everywhere. David, if you're here, you should be tired of me saying the same things. They gotta find each other. If I find that point of coincidence, things start to make sense. I'm already looking at knight takes e4. Trying to do this. Also, when they castled, these two landed on the same diagonal. So, bishop g4. Where are you? Bishop g4. There we go. And because I'm going to get that material and I'm going to be ahead, now I switch gears. If I could checkmate you, I will checkmate you. But I'm also happy if I just simplify the game. Bishop d4. Roberto. Look, silence is a powerful thing. People are like, we don't want you here. That's it. They don't want you there. Just go, have some tea, go back home. That's the end. All right. I'm so excited to get that rook, but I gotta look around. Are you going to get me in trouble? Nope. But give me that. Bishop g4, beautiful. Castle, I don't have to castle right now. Look, I keep looking at this move, and that move keeps looking at me. How did I get to this move? Because I'm a genius? Nope. Because I'm already paying attention to the point of coincidence of my long range pieces. Little bit of calculation. If knight takes, I take. Of course. let me finish this. In case it doesn't happen, at least it happens in my head. Bishop takes check, king goes in here. There might be checkmate, but I could also go back to e5 with the discovery. Now, this, I look around. There's no one in my camp to attack that king. I have 25 pieces to defend. This is not coming with check. No, I'm going back to safety, but first. Yeah, that's it. Don't freak out. We play rook f8, hide the king, and that's what we call castling by foot. Pin piece, they gotta add more pressure to it. It looks like I'm not gonna have time to bring the rook over. I could play 5, but it's not necessary. You know what? Let's just go, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. What about queen b6? Pretty straightforward. I think my king here is safer than their king right here. Well, thank you for spending time here with us. We really appreciate it. What's going on? Where are you? Where are you now? Where are you now? Knight d5. Yeah, I'm looking around. The only thing I'm looking around for is, can this queen put me in check? They don't have a light square bishop. I'm up by 5 points, so I'm happy to simplify. Again, any checks? Yeah, this could be check. Now, look at this. I know they're going to take with check. It's a free pawn. I don't have to give them the pawn. But if they took it, that would force them to trade queens, and that's all I want. Here we go. I know you. Okay, they didn't do that. Now I castle. Hey, I cannot castle. I moved over. I almost. Oh, that's why we're not gonna make it to Grandmaster anytime soon. All right, Rook F8. I was gonna castle after I moved my king 25 times. That's it. I'm up a rook. I have enough pieces around my king. You're not gonna checkmate me with one queen and one rook. It's just not gonna happen. That's it. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, if that comes to you naturally, you do the opposite. Oh man, that tells me you've been around. You've been around. All right. I don't want to checkmate you anymore. I just want to trade the queens. Okay. Queen b5. Just controlling any silly checks that they might have. I'm attacking this pawn that is hanging. I'm attacking this pawn that is not hanging. That's check. If they go to b2, that's the end of the game because I pinned the queen and I traded. Okay, this check is the one thing that they're gonna try to complicate the game with. See, as I move, hanging pieces, and control that check that they might have. Back rank, I like it. If I knew how to play chess, man. So check, I take the pawn, but then what do I do with this check? I go over. I don't need that, I don't need that. You see how I'm spending my time, honestly, just thinking about the little details, the hanging pieces and so on. It doesn't come automatically to me, so I need to be careful. I don't need to go far. I mean, if I do this, I'm safe. I'm not losing this game anytime soon. All right, let me go back. That's it. Look, Rook C8 is probably the better move, but I have to calculate. What if they have an in-between move? My queen is being attacked. I don't need those tricky situations. If you're very confident, go for it. But I don't need to do that right now. There we go. Everything is defended. I realize I'm being pinned. Yeah, now they're trying to do to me what I did to my opponent in the other game. Right, don't give them anything. Don't you give them anything. This rook is hanging. I cannot forget about it. Hey, hey, Coach Champ, what's going on? The killer of the under, what is it? I think it was under 1200. All right, very carefully. I don't want to drop this game. Yeah, we looked at that. We block. I don't want to drop the rook. You see, I told myself a moment ago, you have a hanging rook, so I don't forget about it. Otherwise, I think about something else and I forget about it. All right, that's it. What do I want? Check, check, and the queens are traded. The moment the queens are traded, you could go have some, take a shower and go to sleep. That's it. This rook is not going to get me in trouble. Not when I have two rooks. That's it, and they resign. You see, we're not looking for checkmate necessarily when we're ahead. Just eliminate any complications. All right, we got that one. Okay, so Richard asked for the accelerated dragon, not because he plays it, but because it sounds aggressive. And me not knowing it, I know that I'm supposed to take that central pawn with a flank pawn, develop my pieces quickly, castle. This move, I feel better castling, but it's just a free tempo right here. There we go. Opposite side castling means go like crazy and attack the king. But this is a free material, so we take it. And then I want it to be fancy. My opponent is desperate, so they give me material. And that's it. Anything else is simplification, simplification. There we go. Now, this is very, very important. You don't know how many times I've been so confident and I go out there, then my queen is MIA, missing in action, and they checkmate me down here. So I know this is good enough. You're not gonna checkmate me. That's it. Control everything, and then check, and that's it. Perfect. All right, let's go to the next game. White pieces. Someone asked for the Collie, the Queen's Gambit. Let's go for it. Let's play the Collie. Let me update the score. I think we made it to 91. Collie. There we go. Your live timings. Okay. I know this is the wrong way to do it, but I don't have regular timings. I'm a father with 2 kids. I do so many other things. So these live streams come, I look at my schedule, I have some time, I do it in there. Typically, I realize it the day before. I go on and I create the thumbnail, which takes me some time. I put it there, I put the description, the title, and then I show up the next day. Like today, I've been teaching chess today since 7:30 in the morning. I had a break now, so I said, let me do the live stream there. And when I finish, I have one more lesson after with Jack and Tyler. They're probably here somewhere. And all right, I'm gonna castle. Okay, I didn't see the first message. You probably said, what a disaster with the accelerated dragon. Richard wasn't the one. Okay, Richard, no, it was you, right? No? All right. Blame it on Richard. Okay, so I'm going to play b3, knight b to d2. That's the Collie. I like 95 too. Very careful with knight b to d2 because when you play b3, this knight could land on c3. Please never forget, every time you move a pawn, as you touch the pawn, you got to realize it's inevitable to create weaknesses. And in this case, this square becomes weak. So I need the knight to stay here. Once the bishop goes to b2, I go knight b to d2. All right, I don't have to worry about it. What about this check, man? This is a move that you typically don't do in the Collie, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I like the idea of putting pressure on that knight. They haven't castled. That comes with consequences. I'm ready to attack. We'll see. If I were fully developed, I'll be playing c4, ready to expose the center and get to the king. But we'll see. You see, if I get to the c file, that's the end of it. I want to do this, but I don't think I'm ready for it. In the Collie, you typically put the bishop on b2, but be open-minded and put in pressure. Let me see if I could be more energetic. Yeah. I have a video on that. The other day, someone left a comment on that video, like telling me to watch someone else's video. 3 p.m. Yeah. Look, ask Roberto for the schedule. Happy to do it, but it works better if you give me a name. But anyways, hello to what happened to my opponent? He blundered. To your 10-year-old? Already 23-15 in South Africa. All right, let me say, that was just a blunder. You see, we put pressure on c5. Every single time we move a pawn in chess, we create weaknesses. They push this pawn to defend this pawn, but they created a weakness, c6. That's it. And then we win material. All right, this one we don't have to go over it. Let's go to the next game. Okay, white pieces. Let's go. Oh, c4. Someone asked for c4. Develop my pieces. All right. Now update the score. See the same bishop. You could always play a3, or you could just be very careful with it. Okay, I'm gonna pause here. Whoever, if you're still here, whoever told me to play c4, do you want me to play it with e3, with d3, with both? I'll give you a minute. If no one answers, then I'll just play it however I think is best. Hello, hello, what's going on? Just sit back, relax, put some relaxing music. The tension will go away eventually. We don't know when. Could be next day, next year. Now, pay attention to, and I'm so sorry to keep bringing up the chess, of course, but that's what we talk about, the pawn formation and how it dictates the remaining of the game, the plans. And that's what you do. If there's pawn tension, see how can I trade so that I leave my opponent with bad pawns, isolated pawns, double pawns, even hanging pawns. Okay, e3, let's do it. I could use that eventually to play d4. Hello, hello. Ahmed. Knight e2, d4, whoop, d4. Before I play d4, because I don't want to open up lines towards my king, I'm going to castle. And then we go with the tempo. Yeah, I like that one too, but to be fair, with the bishop on c5, it feels good to play d4. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one to you. Should we take with the knight? Should we take with the pawn? I'm going to do whatever you decide. Well, you gotta ask an endgame expert. I personally am always proud to say I have a good foundation, and that's all I have and all I need. And all of that is on this YouTube channel. You go to playlist, and there's a playlist called Endgames, and that's all I know. That's it. Take with the queen. Thank you. The timeout of Sicilian. You're talking to the wrong guy. I don't know names. Win the games. You let your opponent name the opening. But no, honestly, I don't know. I know the Bob-Benny triangle, which is what I typically play. E3, D4, I'd never play it. I hope you're not messing around with me. Maybe it doesn't even exist and you're making it up. Okay, pawn to control the center. Okay, let's do it. We keep 2 pawns in the center. Beautiful. Remember, this is how pawns want to be. Shoulder to shoulder, no weaknesses. This is like Spartans. If I push any of those pawns, weaknesses will be created. Now, time to move this bishop. And I'm going to bring it to g5. Pinning the knight. With that knight out of commission, I can go to the center. And if you feel bad because you gave up the bishop pair, you're going to take theirs anyways, with interest, because you're going to ruin the pawn structure. Every time a pawn moves, weaknesses are created. This 6 is going to be a weak pawn. That one was banned by FIDE. Okay, I'll leave this one to you. What should we play next? What are the next 2 moves for us? Beautiful. Hey, you're very sharp. Every time you say something, you're on point. There you go, my opponent. The moment you said that, my opponent simply resigned. That's it, that's it. That's it. We take free bishop if they don't take us back, and fork. That's it. All right, that was a 1700 player, and this one doesn't need to be reviewed either because it was pretty straightforward. Next opponent, and let me update the score. Okay, what do we play as white? All right, I'm gonna play f4. I know some of you, if you're new to the channel, this is gonna be like a joke, but for the last tournaments, like for the last 2-3 years of me playing tournaments, I've had Great score with this opening. No one knows it. Element of surprise. You get very fun positions. Bird's opening. Let me play b3. Scotch. We're gonna get to the Scotch. Absolutely. There we go. The same thing. It's like the English opening, but on the other side. Get the bishop out. Let me go with check. I could take. I could go queen e2. I'll go queen e2. If I take, I help them develop the knight, and I don't want that. All right, now that you're asking for it, let me take in castle. All right. D3, get the knight out. One thing to keep in mind is our bishop is hanging on b2, so be careful with any silly discoveries and things like that. That said, we're fully developed. We play chess now. We are in the middle game. There we go. There we go. As long as you understand it, you should be fine. Rui Lopez, I haven't forgotten. We got the Rui Lopez, the Scotch. All right. You know, it's funny, I don't know anything about Henry Bird. I know nothing about Henry Bird. And I should. Okay, you know, you see how I keep telling myself about these little things. I was about to just react to this and I forget the bishop. So liquidate that first. There we go. Now we take care of this pawn. How do we take care of the pawn? I could just go queen e3. Yeah, why not? Now this knight is misplaced. I could play g4 and expand on the king side. If you look at the whenever you don't know what to do, what's the plan in the middle game? I always tell you two things. Look at the pawn chain in the center. If it's aiming at the king side, you play there. For black, they should be playing on the queen side. And also piece concentration. If I split the board in half, I have 1, 2, 3 pieces on the king side. They got 2 defenders. Why not? Now g4 or e5 first. e5 is going to create a weakness and they come for me. Right? Let's go. Well, of course, I would love to see specific position. I mean, it's easier if I see specific games, but in general, one of the things that affect that is we get ahead of ourselves and we have a dominant position and we want to prove something and we attack too quickly when sometimes you've seen me do it here. All you have to do is keep the pressure, suffocate your opponent, they will make a mistake. Right now, I feel like I have a lot of space, but I don't need to go like crazy. Maybe I play h3, I improve my pieces. Yeah, let's do it. Emails, just send me an email. If we have availability, we'll make it work. Why not d4? Okay, good. Remember, I should be playing on the king side. And because of that, I don't want to be exposing or opening the queen side. I want all of my focus over here. Also, g4 came with the tempo for free on that night. So you see, they're playing on the queen side, I'm playing on the king side. If you do the same thing and you split the board in half, black has 1, 2, 3 pieces on the queen side. I got 2 defenders. So they should focus here. I should focus on the king side. Open up. Police, open up. Probably prepare it. be ready, and then you go with everything you've got. I think I got enough to create complications. But... Well, that's why you see me here doing what I'm doing. I look like a complete beginner. It's a save. Remember, there's a hanging piece. I'm sorry, that's the way it goes. All right, this, you should know it. You should know this from the King's Indian Defense. You should know this from FBI. You should know this from the Vienna. I've done this so many times where you go G5. Because of the weaknesses on the light squares, F6 is going to be very annoying. Hello, hello. Well, this is what we're doing. We have a new chessable course came out last week, which is about strategy and positional chess. And so I'm doing this speedrun to try to illustrate the concepts from that course. When it comes to openings, I'm just playing whatever you guys tell me. We've been doing this already for like a week. And then you tell me, play the Ruy Lopez. I try to get the Ruy Lopez and so on. Okay, F6. I'm not even going to think about it. This is a pivot pawn. I hope I pronounced it properly. All I'm thinking now is if my queen gets to G7, that's mate. Or my knight could go to H6. Even E7. You see, this is a good example of what you were asking. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Let it marinate. If you're black, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Sorry for doing this. I'm gonna flip the board. But if you look at it from black's perspective, it's like, I'm even happy to simplify the game because this has to give me a better endgame too. Like, I don't even know how this guy's gonna come out. Now, I think this is already desperation. This is a free pawn. Do I want to open up the queen side to get a free pawn, or two free pawns, or 3 free pawns? Maybe I should, and I shouldn't try to be fancy. Take, free pawn, rook c8. Nah, I don't need that in my life. Is this check any good? I didn't go check because I'm thinking, what are you gonna do, my friend? If you take here, I take with the pawn. I'm not sure what that knight is gonna do. I open up the H file for my rooks. All right, no brainer here. Improving the rook as I take back. This knight is out of commission. Any moment, I might sacrifice a rook for the knight. Who knows? Just to get to you, my friend. All right, they opened up a file. They will try to create something on the queen side like they should. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. That's what I used to do. I want to do it as well this time. And this time I'm back and I'm serious. We're going to be doing this long term. So I definitely want to keep you involved and up to date to the preparation for the tournaments and what I'm playing and the aftermath, which is always cruel. So absolutely. Especially the first tournament I play is going to be tough. I haven't played a tournament in 2 years. So I'm expecting to be out of shape, the usual. All right, how do we make progress? Maybe I just need to trade this knight for this knight. Maybe this is the wrong plan. Now, if I want to get here, G3, 1, 2, 3. What's the right thing to do? Right, let me try that. I'm sorry, but I don't know anything better. I'm gonna try to remove that knight so that my queen gets in and checkmates the king. We'll try. Yeah. I have always one surprise opening in case my opponents prepare against me. And I know people prepare against me. The moment they know they're playing me and they look me up online, they know about my peers, and so they prepare. Okay, keep the position locked, or maybe let them do whatever they want to do. Here we go. I'm not gonna react. I need this move to improve the knight. Like last tournament I played, I had a Nimzovich Sicilian prepared. And I happened to play it against a grandmaster. Easy draw because of the preparation. And yeah. There's another tournament that I showed you. It's on this YouTube channel. Last round, my opponent disappears when they announce the pairings. And he comes back, and I knew he was ready for my pierce defense. So I ended up playing the hippo, and I won a very nice game, actually. Save the rook, but then this falls. Do we care? I think we should care. You see, same thing I told you in the other game. I don't want to fall in love with this idea and then lose the game. Falling in love with you. I'm falling in love with that idea, and it's gonna cost me the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting checkmated. I was so happy about this, and you see how I'm doing so many silly things to get to that game. And maybe that's not what we need. Now, if you don't know what to do, ask yourself which of my pieces can I improve? That's it. Okay, d4. Fair enough. I'm gonna go back to back to d2. I need to defend this pawn and this pawn. Hello. You're probably right. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. I notice that I'm getting low on time. I just don't want to act here out of impulse. Okay, rook a7, smart. I get why you're doing that. Gotta be very careful. Gotta be careful with the checks. I'm playing king g2 to play knight g3. I need this guy gone. That knight that I said, it's out of the game, is such a bad knight. It's becoming very annoying to me. Now, great job by my opponent putting pressure on this weak pawn on the queen side. That makes my job very difficult on the king side. I'm thinking that back rank could be trouble for them, so they better be careful because of my pawn. But that's a long chat. All right. Okay, good. Good when I see that they, what's the word? What's the word? Well, they basically break this beautiful battery that they had. So, okay, they don't really have a plan, or maybe they have a better plan. Maybe this is the better move, man. Get out of here. Right? Knight g3. But then what do I do after that happens? I have a feeling I'm going to regret not trading this knight, but I changed my mind. Improved knight. Thank you. Discharge. That's the word. Discharge the battery. There you go. Exactly. They relieve the pressure. So that if I'm playing this in the game, I'm like, okay, I have time. They're not coming for me yet. No, guys, it's not that time of that type of live stream today. I'm just trying to get this account to our next goal. The most important thing here is patience. It's being patient. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to attack. I don't need to win in 10 moves. I just need to be patient. Okay, e5 might be too much. Okay, is this serious? Cha 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 cha. What if I go queen a5? Okay, hold on. This could be pretty annoying, actually. E5, you see, E5 is going to create a weakness. Okay, I'm getting too low on time. That's another tool, another thing to keep in mind. Check, not the end of the world, right? Let me go here. If I make this pawn go to b4, they would never have this break. But I'm not so sure that I should go to the queen side. This check, I already looked into it. I go to f1, two squares away from the knight. We control the knight. That's what I've been told. Thank you so much. I apologize for the quality of the audio. Okay, they played it. I'm not sure if my queen is gonna find its way back, but this is not happening. Every time you move a pawn, you create weaknesses. This is not theirs anymore. So I neutralized this so I could go back if I could find my way back. If they let me go here, I'll be checkmate. Is this check something to worry about? No. I wonder if I can play 5 now, if I should play 5 now. I always have this check and then take in case that becomes available. Hey, they're not defending f7 anymore. That rook just left. Every time we move, something changes. If I go here, you gotta go here. It's nothing, but... Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go back, stay there. Is this worth it? I need this rook here. This knight, don't forget about the knight, has nowhere to go right now. I could just simplify the game and play an endgame where they don't have the knight. How much do I care about this? I guess I care about it a lot. 58 seconds. We don't have an increment, so sorry if I stay quiet. You actually might appreciate it that I'm not talking so much. Yeah, that's for people who know how to play. I'm trying to survive this. What do you mean target? What do you mean target what? If they do, I don't want to take. Maybe I do take. Yeah. I'm gonna. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna take that. Now this check might be coming. I get it. Let me go here. Hey. Do you remember that I told you about this pawn? I told you about this pawn. And again, I gotta tell myself about those things. Yeah, we're up a piece right now. We're not losing this game at all. Not even on time. Yeah, this is controlled. Yeah. Because of the pawn that we got there. Okay, I need a helper. I don't need the rook. I don't need the rook. All right. Woo, we got that one. Again, quick recap. I don't want to go too deep into the games, but definitely this one was a very tense game. And we played our bird. It doesn't matter the opening you play as long as you get to the middle game safely. That's it. We castled. We developed the other knight. Now we play chess. pawn chain in the center tells us play on the king side. So we expanded on the king side. This bishop, I did not drop it again because I keep helping myself remember. I told myself earlier, there's a bishop hanging, and I almost dropped it. There we go. G4, expand on the king side. I don't mind exposing my king by pushing these pawns because they don't have any pieces attacking me here. Split the board in half. I do have more pieces on the king side than they do. So this is mine. G5, F6. I don't know what this is going to be for, but I know it's good to have it, so I kept it. And then that's what got us the game in the end game. Reroute the knight. There we go. Then I realized maybe this is not the plan. I made a mistake. You acknowledge it. I acknowledge it. Okay, well done by my opponent. Defend. Get out of here. That's it. That's it. Yeah, this was just a miscalculation. I've done it so many times. We got the game. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so let me update the score. So that would be 94. C3. All right, so I'm gonna play 5. Yeah, we know the feeling. You know how it goes. Modern Benoni, you got it. Just remind me, modern Benoni would be knight F6 and then C5? Or C5 right away? Okay, just develop my knights and my bishops. Here we go. Try to castle. Hey, this is from Cuba. Okay, let me control the center. It's true, that's it. Yeah, many times people play C3 and they transpose later. They're gonna play D4 and it doesn't really matter. Even if they play D3 right now, this is my thing. 23, has it been an hour already? Oh yeah, hour 15, unbelievable. Okay, question for you. I'm gonna give you a minute. Should we castle to the same side? Should we castle queen side and then go with opposite side castling attack? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's, as long as the game is a quiet game, it doesn't really matter that much. If you're playing a sharp game where there's tension from the beginning, you're attacking, they're attacking you, every single move matters, but not here. Queen E1. I'm playing anything you asked for. Yeah, we're gonna play the peers against Indian defense, but also any other opening that you mentioned, we'll do our best. Keep it simple, you're the man. Let's go. Bishop D6, castle, and develop the bishop. If they play D4, we have to decide, are we going to take, are we going to advance, are we going to keep it the way it is? Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. Right, I'm castling. I'm one move away from development, from completing development. They're 2 moves away. Hey, you like that Italian, I can tell. Okay, let me ask, are you gonna give me the bishop pair or are you going to go back? And we made it to 1752. Our opponent is at 1761. This is coming next. They're fully developed. Oh no, they're expanding. Okay, what to do? Okay, fully developed. If I get to a point where I don't know what to do next, then I ask myself, which of my pieces can I improve next? And that would be my rooks. One rook goes to the E file, the other rook goes to the D file. And then I'm ready to open up the game because I can't attack with my pieces. Now, it's a classic. The Italian opening is a classic. It's become more and more popular in recent years at the top level. So I guess there's a lot of theory now developed. Okay, careful. We pay attention to the knight, but the bishop could be very annoying. Okay, back to safety. Weird knight, just like in the other game. Hello, hello. D4 and this hangs. Nah, we don't need that. B5, we don't worry about that. All right, same thing. I honestly don't know what to do here. Let me improve my rooks. I'm not going to even react to that. That's it. Now that I'm fully developed, I'm going to attack. Of course, they're coming for the bishop. Let me go back. Ay. You see, I almost dropped it. I almost dropped it. That's it. I have to do it. With my pieces so active, I have to do it. Let's go. If they take, I open up. My rook is on the open file. That's it. Okay. They want to keep the game closed, but then what about this guy? That's it. They gotta give something. I have all of my pieces active. Their knight is misplaced. Something has to be out there for us. I don't think they have any in-between moves. Again, I'm not even concerned about my king being exposed because their queen is asleep. These rooks are not doing anything. Yeah, give me that. And the whole plan now is simplify the game because I'm up a piece. Bishop f5, bring the rooks, get to the 7th rank. Yeah, this is definitely ours. This is definitely ours. You never know with me. Okay, be careful with, you see, I'm leaving a pawn hanging. I gotta tell myself to remember. I know f4 could be happening. Or that. And we own the only open file, the only street, the only highway on the board. If I play a6, everything is neutralized on the queen side. Is that what I want? Yeah, why not? Don't give him anything. Welcome, welcome. All right, now these two on the same diagonal, I might be able to get something, but of course not right now. Rooks love to be on the 7th rank. Rooks like to be on the open file to control. We like to double the rooks so that we can, with the help of the other one, we can penetrate onto the 7th rank. And ultimately, we want both rooks doubled on the 7th rank. That's it. This move, not because I want the rook, but because I want to double the rooks. Rook d2 allows us to play this. Nope. Gotta see. This is falling. Yeah, I don't think the queen has only one square. Going here, I don't think it's any good. It has to be good, but take the pawn. Yeah, if I take that pawn, I don't want to leave the back rank. I mean the 7th rank. It's just that everything collapses now. I was thinking about this move. I gotta be very careful, but knight d4 is another pawn, defends the bishop. Thank you, thank you. Take, you take. Yeah, that's it. I don't even want to checkmate the king. Just trade everything. Simplify. All right. I'm going to leave this one to you. Why would you play in this position? We have 5 minutes, so we could easily use 49 seconds to think of the next move. Almost anything works, but all right. Either no one knows or no one wants to type anything. So knight f3, we just have to be careful with our rook hanging, right? So whatever we do, we start with liquidating that tension, and then we have knight c2, fork, and we got knight f3. Now of course they have the in-between move. Yeah, that has to be it. Yeah, I'm gonna take with the queen instead of with the rook. I'm thinking if this bishop gets behind the queen, that's the end of it. If the rook goes to the back rank at some point, that will be the end of it. Just be careful with any silly checkmates for us. Maybe queen and rook working together. Ah, they're already on it. I know my people. Thank you, thank you. Well, I have been playing chess lately and I miss those things all the time, so yeah, that's it. I don't think they have anything unless we allow them to complicate the game. That's it. All right. This one should put us in the 1760 rating. Almost checkmate. Let me see. If I go to c2, I open up the queen. So if I go to c2 and they put me in check, I would have to go here. Okay. I don't want to go on, I don't want to go on this diagonal so that the queen comes in. You see, he did not even think. He knows what he wants. I'm so capable of messing this up. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, oh, this is it. All right, we got that one. Like always, just a quick scan of this game before we go to the next one. And essentially, we just control the center, developed our pieces like we should. You know that I'm more of a hyper-modern kind of player where I counter-attack the center. But there we go, paying attention to the little details. I don't know what to do. Which of my pieces can I improve? E4, just because my pieces are so ready to attack, I need to clean or to open up the position, right? Take, take, and then after we got the knight, that's the end of it. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next one. What's the name for this one? I think this is the crab opening, right? All right, so Let me play d6. I guess this is unique of the 1700s. We're seeing more of these in this bracket. All right, let me just do my hyper modern thing. Let me update the score. We made it to 95. And indeed, we made it to 1760 as well. All right. Counter blow against the world. Counter blow works against anything. Let me play c6 just to forget about this bishop forever. There's a wall of pawns here. Knight to d7 comes with a tempo, unless they play d4, but we take it. There we go. We improve the knight for free. This is hanging now. That's it. I'm up a pawn. The only thing I'm thinking about is trade, 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 trade. And so, this is a trade, my friend. Yeah, why not? Fully developed. Careful with the king side because they opened up a file. I don't want to be attacked heavily. It's a grub. Okay, there you go. Like I said, I don't know much about openings. There we go. Okay, this is my go-to. This is what I wanted. But what if I go knight d7? Let me go with that. Hyper modern. This is, again, this is what I like. This is what I always play. There we go. All right. If you got the counter blow course, you should know this tactic by heart. We do it in the peers often. Typical thematic tactic. What's the move? What's the move? What do you mean? What do you mean sleep? All right, Mr. Like always, thanks for dropping by. Hope everything is going okay. I'll see you next time, okay? Roberto will remain in charge. There we go. There we go. Exactly. 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 Take the bishop, discovery. There we go. I was so proud of you. Okay, I could do this right now, which is of course the move, or simplify even more. Nah, don't get fancy, or maybe get fancy. Yeah, simplify everything. It comes with check. That's it. They could play rook b1, but then it's just too much. And look at these pawns, people. Every single pawn they have left is isolated. That's it. All right. That one was a simple tactic. I'm not even going to go. And score. This is 9-6. Okay. Tell me again. No one told me what the modern Benoni is. Flip the board? Flip the board. Okay, I'm gonna say, is it c5 or is it knight f65? Am I getting into Benko territory if I play it like that? What do you mean flip the board? Oh man, is it e6 and then c5? Alekhine, happy to play it. Scandinavian, I haven't forgotten about it. Okay, let's play c5. Whatever this is, let's play it. The dodge, we gotta play it again. Absolutely. Yeah, this will have been a good one for the dodge. Okay, we're playing on 1824. I think you're supposed to play 6. b5 is the Benko, if I remember correctly. Because no one is telling me. Okay, I can't transpose to the Benko. It's b5. Okay, if someone confirms this is Benko and you want me to play it, I'm gonna play it. Let me give you a minute, just to make this more relevant. Hey, let me do something here. Okay, no one is confirming nothing, so I'm gonna go whatever I want. B5 is Benko. Thank you. I was gonna just play my thing. G6, Bishop G7, Castle. Let's go with the Benko. YouTube is so delayed. You mean like my lips, or what? I think I'm supposed to play A6. Ah, all right. I'm still in Benoni. If I play A6, that's the move. You see, I mentioned it. I know more or less, but I'm not an expert. Okay, if they take, I think that's what we wanted, but they didn't do it, so we take E4, and they probably take. Okay. I played the thing. Okay. We should play D6 probably and let them take the pawn. I'm thinking Queen A5. I'm thinking just Bishop A6. But this is gonna be pretty annoying actually. Let me do this. I think I'm supposed to drop the pawn anyways. And then I try to attack down the files. We'll see. No, I think you might, maybe that's right, but I think sometimes it's happened to me. I'm watching a live stream and I paused it or whatever, and then I have to on YouTube take the little thing and push it forward, make sure you're all the way. I think. Okay, no, I'm gonna go knight b to d7. I think that's what I do. Leave this guy hanging. Maybe I could get a fork. If not, I play bishop a6. I think. Anyways, I know that you could even go all the way to the end game. Go all the way to the end game. Down a pawn and you have counterplay because of the open files. I gotta play b3. What colors would you like? You know, I left the chess.com original colors just because I don't want any trouble with that. But I'm happy to do it if it's okay for everybody. Okay, let me castle. That's it. I just have semi-open file, pretty nice bishop. Remember, my long range pieces want to work together. I don't think you're going anywhere useful. All right, bishop a6. No, I changed my mind. That's too good not to play it. Okay, I'll try blue, and if nobody minds, we'll leave it at blue. I mean, man, why not? Is this queen potentially getting trapped? Is that a thing? I gotta admit, the Benko is fun. Hey, rook b6 is a pretty nice move, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Now, this is too many things happening now. What are you attacking with that? Is it time for me to take the bishop and get a free pawn and then be on the 7th rank? This knight looks too good not just to trade it. This queen. I could just take here directly. I don't want to take that bishop. It's not even developed. As you can see, if you split the board in half, everything is happening on the queen side. All right. Queen. You better be careful, queen. I could do this and bishop 4. There has to be a tactic somewhere. I'm trying to make this work. You could call it chip trick. You could call it whatever you want, but okay, now I take. Okay. We're getting there. C3 might be a thing, but not right now. I'm improving my pieces. I just know when my pieces are active, tactics show up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Okay, when you said queen is running out of squares, you didn't say it was my queen. Okay, fair enough. For some reason, I feel like I have something. Now, welcome to the club. This is the reality. At worst case scenario, we defend. We see how we defend in these scenarios. But there has to be something. Rook takes, bishop d4. King moves over, knight f2. Okay, let's calculate. I have 4 minutes. I'm going to give myself a minute and a half to calculate this. If I don't find anything, then I got to play whatever. 5. Let's say bishop one takes. They don't have to, but let's say they do. Bishop d4. And then knight b3. Okay. I take, they take, bishop d4, and then knight b3. All right, let's go. It's not over till it's over. Cheapos, yeah. I said this earlier. You fall in love with these cheap tactics and you get in trouble. I couldn't start with the bishop check because the knight would take me. This knight was here, so I had to take the knight. Oh, they just don't care. We just gotta complicate the game. I don't care anymore. We're already lost. So we throw in everything. Okay, objectively speaking, this wouldn't matter. So I want to save you. Okay. Complicate. I got a pass pawn. I got a fork. I just don't want to use it yet. Yeah, all of that is good, but I want more. I need more because I lost my queen. Okay, that's okay. I could do this. Bishop is pinned, or I could just ignore it and just play c3. c3, you take me. I play c2. Yeah, I have no time to waste. But do I have time to waste? c3, you take my rook. c2, you threaten checkmate. Let's go. Bishop b6. What do you mean? What do you mean bishop b6? At what point? Oh, that's the one I didn't see. And that, my friends, is how everything collapses. That one hurt. Yep. The thing is, they don't have to take. So well done by my opponent. Again, we're already done. What did you take now? Pawn. Okay. Believe it or not, we might have something still this night. Smart. This is coming. Again, we got nothing to lose. I wish I had something more forcing, but we don't. So we go with this. He's playing well. He got an edge, and he's not making mistakes. Now, let's take a look, see if we have something better before I drop the queen, but I don't think so. After it's just me. Yeah, that's it. This should be the end of it. Now, notice how this is an 1824, and you can tell the difference. That's the caliber of an 1800. That's it. There you go. There you go. Hey, hey. All right. So we take it. We try to learn from this one. And this is a game that we want to review slowly instead of a quick scan. So let me go from the beginning. Whoever suggested the Benko, get out of here right now. Let me see. Up to this point, we're in good shape. Equal position. Yeah, this 6 was a bad move. Instead, queen a5, even before, don't get fancy. All right. Now, at some point, they got a little bit tangled here. 95. Okay, so now we're winning by 1 point. Knight to d3, not great. Just play bishop d7, stop messing around. Knight to d7, equal position. I mentioned this. Take the bishop and just go to b2. And that is, if you remember, that is the bishop that got me in trouble. But again, this is where chess becomes chess. You have to decide. That's it. c4, bishop d2. They had bishop a5 right now. Is that it? Yep. If you play the Benko, never forget about that bishop. That's it. Oh man, rook g2. Who are you? Rook g2, bishop h3, and then you get out. Oh no, knight f4, queen c8. They cannot take. Oh, they could play bishop d7. That's it. Okay, but you don't lose the queen. Okay. Yeah, bottom line, I completely missed that idea of bishop a5. That's it. All right, welcome to the real world. Or I don't want to. Okay, what do we play against the Alekhine? Do we play 5? Do we play knight c3? If you leave it up to me, I transpose into the Vienna, but I'm gonna go with what you guys say. Nope. I was gonna update the winning portion of it. Nope. Where is the 2 losses, 1 draw, and some wins? Updated. It is updated. It is updated. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Play 4-pawn attack. Play 4-pawn attack. How do you do that one? This is the 4-pawn attack, I guess. With the Alekhine, you play this. You play d4, right? c4, d4. Doesn't matter, I think. Then c4 and then f4. c4 and then f4. Yeah, I think this is it. All right. King's Gambit, not against the Alekhine. Okay, do I know how to play this? Of course not. Knight f3. Gotta be careful with these checks. Once more, I don't know how to play these lines. I'm just trying to develop my pieces, castle, get to the end game. Adam, welcome aboard. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, bishop d2. That's it. Just develop your pieces, get to the middle game. I'm thinking this square is going to become a permanent weakness if this bishop leaves. I mean, it is a weakness right now. No pawn is defending it. But without this bishop, that's why they didn't trade it. It's going to be really, really bad. All right, keep developing my pieces, castle. Only then I'm going to attack. I'm thinking c5, but I'm not going to do any of it until I castle. When I castle, okay, they want to go for the pawn. Do I really care about that? No, I don't care about that. All right. Now, the reason why I don't care about that is because now I'm fully developed. I'm castled. They're not. They're behind in development. Now, we're going to get in trouble if we don't play energetically and they coordinate their pieces. But we should trust that principle right now. Maybe we lose this game, but we shouldn't. A4, we got to review that. We have to review that. All right, people, what do we play here? We're in charge of the white pieces. We have 7 minutes. I'll give you 30 seconds or a minute to decide what you play here. Take your time. Knight to d5. All right, so then you are an official member of the Peers Defense Club then. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the support. Easy. I see knight d5, but I like knight e4. I like knight b5. I only hope you guys don't forget about this check. Could be very annoying. So I think that's why knight d5 is so important. It has to be, just because I don't want the queen to get out of trouble with a check. That's it. Again, I didn't know we were going to have this tactic. I didn't know any of that. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'm going to show you something that I know you don't care about. Okay, this has to be winning. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, just not passing by yet. Now, I'm going to double check. I don't want to get excited. This is also very strong. Let me see if I can show you. That's the secret. I just saw her now. Bishop a5. It has to be it. Knight c7 is winning, but bishop a5 has to be the end of it. I just want to say, in the game that I just lost, I lost to bishop a5 trapping my queen. I just want to make a big deal about this. That way I can go to sleep tonight. That's it. That's it. I'm paying it back. I can go to bed now. That's it. Yep. We call it chess justice. Now, but seriously, I remember when I was learning about this and people would tell me, hey, you have compensation, sacrifice the pawn, sacrifice another pawn to develop your pieces. And I was like, yeah, but then they keep the pawns, I lose the game anyways. And then at some point I started to trust it. I'll lose the games anyways, but I started to get the hang of it, and that's it. What's that? What are you talking about, the lady? It's just that those losses. No, no. You're right, man. No. Oh yeah, and the queen goes to h4. You're a genius. I did not even consider that. Similar to what I had, similar to the resource that I had. Nah, just saying, let me get at least a knight for it. Understandable. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. You gotta be careful. If they castle, they could do a discovery with bishop b6. So what do? Hide the king and forget about that silly check. That's it. We got that one. I don't think we need a recap. Well, actually, let me just do a quick recap here. Because as annoying as it might be, this I don't really play it again. Just played it because you told me to. But all I'm trying to do is develop, pay attention to the weak square. I just want this bishop gone. I knew they could take, but that's going to slow down. That knight, if you remember, jumped around 25 times, so they're behind in development. That's it. That's it. Something has to give. Something has to give. All right. Let me go to the next one. Thank you. That was a good game. All right. D4. Jefferson wanted the dodge, and we'll get the dodge. I remember last time you told me to play the classical dodge instead of the... I always forget the name. Leningrad. So let's go for it. I think you gotta play e6 first, but I don't think we care about e5. George, what's going on? Long time no see. Okay, last time I played bishop b4 and you told me Jefferson bishop e7, or was it the other way around? I think you wanted bishop b4. Next time we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Nothing like getting to the center. Good square for my knight with a tempo on the queen. That's a free turn right there. I castle and then develop the knight. If I remember correctly, this knight comes out through here. It's the same thing I played as white in the bird opening. So I'm using ideas of the dodge with an extra tempo as white. All right, develop the knights. There you go. You see, I remembered. I'm paying attention to you, man. I'm telling you. That's a hanging bishop, my friend. Congrats. Yeah, nothing to do. Jefferson, send me the invoice. That was a quick win. Thank you. Next one. Someone asked in the beginning, we gotta play the Scandinavian. We also gotta update the score. Hey, are we gonna get to 100 wins in this stream? I think so. Okay, no one said what kind of Scandinavian. I prefer the modern Scandinavian, whatever that means, modern. There we go. Evans Gambit, you got it. hey, we could make it work. Don't worry about it. For the right price, we could make it work. I'm supposed to play, I think, knight c6, or is it bishop f5? I wish I knew. I'm almost convinced it doesn't matter. It's maybe g6. Doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Let me just develop my pieces. When you don't know what to do, develop your pieces. Play King's Gambit. Okay, I'm gonna play 4. If anyone plays e5, we're gonna play the King's Gambit, and then we pray because I don't know anything about the King's Gambit. The stats are wrong? What do you mean wrong? What do you mean wrong? I thought all this time you were a friend of the channel. I can see you're not. All right, man. Why are you looking at that? 2 losses. All right. Develop my bishop. Yeah, of course. All right. I was trying to get away with that. I like it. Yeah, I mean, look, that you don't have to ask. You know, I like those offbeat openings. I like these hyper modern openings where you don't control the center right away. I like that b3 could transpose into so many different setups, like the Collie. I think the Larsen, right? You could even get into Catalan territory. I remember I used to, you know that I like the bird opening, and if you play the classical bird, you play b3. So I used to play b3 first and then transition into it. All right, now I could even consider castling queenside. Once more, somehow we got ahead in development. Once I develop this bishop, I'm ready to go crazy and attack. Actually, well, glad to hear. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the feedback. That was always the idea. All right, even though queens are not on the board anymore, we're heading development and we're opening up the position. If this rook, this tank, this bazooka gets on the e file, oh man. All right, what would you play? I always tell my students, you never put yourself in this situation where you're attacking them, they're attacking you, but they get to go first. So I don't think this was a good idea. Now, how do we capitalize on it? No one told me anything else about the board, the colors of the board. Again, I don't mind changing it. Take the pawn, absolutely. If I have a guaranteed knight, I take the pawn, you take me, I take here, and I'm opening up lines towards the king. So that's my first instinct. I'm thinking, what if I just save the bishop? You take, I take. Because truth is, I'm not winning anything. Take, 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 and then this is still blocking my pieces. Also go back here. Ooh, that's my move. Wrong, you see? I'm like, ooh, that's my move. No, double check. Don't be impulsive. I'm thinking if you take now, this has to be good. And everyone is pinned down there. Again, lack of development, taking too long to castle. Ah, there you go, there you go. Of course, being very careful with the defender of the rook being attacked. Oof. I develop for free. This pawn is gonna fall sooner or later. This guy cannot develop. You got it, you got it. Yeah, that's just free rook. Now, do you want blue or do you want the one that is light? It's like, I forget the name. It's like a light There was a name to it. Actually, I actually used to have that board permanently. Okay, all the way back. I'm happy if you take me. I want to simplify the game. Careful with any discoveries. You see, they're going for it. If they do check, my rook is hanging. Check. I mean, you just move the king over. You're happy here, but... Almost. Let me take that away from them, and that's it. Forget about it. Yeah, happy to trade everything. Afternoon. Welcome back. Yeah. Thanks. I did not see it. Okay, we got this one. And with this game, I think we make it to 84. So we're probably 2-3 games away from getting to 1800, assuming we win. Okay, my opponent doesn't respect. Let's offer the trade. Go. That's it. I don't need to, but just to keep it simple. Endgame, activate the king. We know that. Once I collect any of those pawns, I'm going to have my own passed pawns. Okay, I gotta make sure. Look, the one pawn that taps 3, you could say the same about this pawn. But basically they have no moves with these pawns. Anyone who moves here is gonna fall. We could do it, but yeah, we could do it. Not a big deal. It's the only thing I know how to do. I apologize if anyone wanted something more exciting, but yeah, we could have taken, but the thing is that I'm not looking for anything else. All I'm looking for is simplification. So if you know what you're looking for, it's easier to find the right moves. I could do check, or yeah, I'm gonna do check. Keep it simple. Stalemate is a thing, so be careful with that. Make sure they have always something to move. And that's it. I'm not even gonna think. Probably there are easier ways to do this, but sorry, I'm gonna ask. No, that's it. Okay, we got that one. Let me change the board. Wait, might be too bright. Next opponent, actually, go here. Okay, white pieces. We've played everything. You wanted a King's Gambit. King's Gambit it is. I don't need to disclose this, but you know I have never played the King's Gambit. Okay, 99 wins. We made it to 1784. What do you mean? We played it today already like 2 times. We've played it. We've played it. Okay, King's Gambit. What is it that we're supposed to play here? I think Bishop C4. Too bright. I knew. I knew this was going to be a problem now. That's why I was sticking to blue ICC. Where are you? I saw you a moment ago. Maybe we do brown. Okay, this should be better. Okay, I know this is a thing, but that's about it. Try to develop quickly, checkmate before you get checkmated, because this is going to be nasty. Knight f3, okay, you're telling me bishop c4 is not a move. If I review and it's theory. Okay, now we do it with the tempo. I'm confident, not confident, but I think I've seen that idea. We'll see. Just develop my pieces. I honestly don't know what to do, but if I develop my pieces, I should be okay. Oh, are you planning to go to that side of the board? You see, you're making me think. This bishop is too good to trade it, but if I take and you take and I go 95. Hey, what if I go 95? No. Okay, take 95. You take my queen, I take your queen, you take my pawn. No, that's not good. I so want to take you. I promise I so want to take you. I'm sorry. I know the principle should say keep that bishop, but I don't feel right. All right, develop. Okay, good luck. I'm not losing this one now. I'm up a pawn. I'm up a pawn. You could try to checkmate me all you want. Now, what about this? You take me, I take you, you take me, and I take you. Of course, I looked around for any checks on my king. You don't have any city checks. Queen f6, I take you with check. That's it. Thank you, thank you. No, that's the end, my friend. Now I get to trade queens and everything. Tyler one, learning from Anna Cramling is similar to the hippo, but not as passive in my opinion. Gotta look it. As you can see, I don't know anything about openings. I always say the same thing, but because I started late, I just picked up my Pierce Kinsinian defense, the counter blow course, and that's what I've played. And of course, I know a little bit of everything because I review master games, because I prepare for my students. I help them prepare their openings, but I don't know much. Cow opening in my life, I have okay, I'm up a piece, I'm up a pawn. This is all ruined. They don't have a queen, so my king is happy where it is. Improving the knight makes sense, but let me get out of the way and improve my rooks. I could also try to do this. I don't even care if you double up my pawns, because I'm up a piece. That's insignificant. Look, I know it's a free pawn, but if that means we're gonna trade bishops, I'm happy to do it. Boom. That's it. Now this game we're gonna review it because this was a disaster. All right, simplify or give me the. Oh, that's it. Weak pawn, we go for it. And when I take that pawn, this is exactly, sorry to go back to the chess of course, but this is exactly what we discussed in the chessable course. Take it. And then run. Should we run? Yeah. Now, I know they could get to it, but this is now... Let me go here. If they take it, I take. If they take it, I take. Right? I'm telling you, that's exactly the position from the course. I know. Okay, this is just not a big deal. I have my knight to take care of it. I mean, these king and pawn endgames are very interesting. Being up a piece, that's it. You don't even have to think about it. Let me see if we could make this. I think half of you are going to hate this. And believe me, I understand. But I want to say, not to be disrespectful, but maybe we get to practice the bishop and knight checkmate. I do practice it from time to time because we don't get it often. Almost I never get it. Actually, I never get it. They said no. Stop messing around. Okay, so we got that one. We made it to 1793. And let me go to the next opponent. No, actually, we'll review this game. Let me review this game. In the meantime, I'm gonna update the score. Is this number 100? There we go. Go here. Save it to 100. There we go. And what am I supposed to do here? Oh, close that. Start. Okay, there we go. It is indeed. We got it. All right, let's see. Why are you not telling me if this is theory or not? I guess it is. Okay, now it is. Theory? Or maybe you're telling me it's not the best one. Okay. This is theory. That said, I'm so proud of this move because I didn't know what to do, right? And I found it so annoying and I just kept it simple. Okay. This was a disaster. Give me that. Okay. That's it. Once I traded queens, I know no one is going to complicate anything. Activate the king, simplify the game, and that's the end of it. That's it. All right, if we win the next one, we make it. We make it to 1800. How do I do that? Okay, I gotta do this. Now, let me know before I click on play, what do I play as white? What do I play as black? I think we've played everything. Hey, well, welcome back. B3 as white. You know what? That sounds fun. Let's play B3 as white, and we'll see what we get. Maybe we get black, but play. Grunfeld. Okay, we got whites, and maybe this is how we cross the 1800s. If we win 9 points, enough to make it to 1802. Hey, what do I play now? I'm thinking E3. I like E4, but Collie, look, we could transpose into the Collie, but not here. E3, I think, is the move, but let me play E4 because I don't know any better. I already developed the bishop. I have one piece developed. You must be like, oh, you messed it up. No, no, I meant no. When I mentioned the spirit, I meant e3, but I'm like so weird against e5. I just want to say it's not my fault. That's all that's what I want to say. Okay, if I play this knight g4, I know it could be so annoying. Let me go bishop c4. Really? Really? Okay, I don't know anything about it, but I thought it was pretty, like, you know, like the systems that we've talked about, where you just know where the pieces go, have fun. I think Hikaru Nakamura, he plays it a lot on Title Tuesday and so on, and it seems to be pretty straightforward. You just play it, do a lot of arrows, and you win the game. What's the time? What's the time on your side? What's the time on your side? What's the time? Okay, okay. What time is it here? That's what you're trying to say. It is right now 5:49 p.m. in Florida. All right, this is coming. We get that. Okay, we gotta ask you to leave. This is a little bit annoying. And you know what? As much as I don't like to do this, I'm just gonna say, stay out of trouble, break the pin. That's it. G4, I play it often, but here it doesn't feel right. Maybe it's because of this bishop. Maybe it's because there are so many pieces on the board. We haven't traded anything. We'll see. Yeah, it's just that you can transpose into so many different setups. But if I could leave you with something, definitely don't worry too much about this silliness of the openings. The opening is just to get your pieces set up. We put in a bunch of names and we make it exciting, and we talk a lot about openings, but it comes down to develop your pieces. Look at the black pieces. They develop the pieces, and now they're putting pressure. That's it. Like the other day, I had a lesson with one of my students, Nee, and he was telling me about a game he used to play as a kid. He told me the name, but I didn't grow up in the US, so I don't know the games. And it was something that it sounded like a board, like a table game, where you had like soldiers, and he said, I'll look at my opponent's soldiers, and then I had more, so I'll go gang gap and win the game. And basically that's what chess is. Just try to get all of these guys, group them to work together, attack on the side of the board where you think you have more chances, and win material or checkmate the game. That's it. All right. Let me go after this bishop. I know I'm going to the edge, but people are just falling asleep. It is the most fun thing, to study. And the thing is, openings, you have that dopamine that you learn an opening today and you could play it tomorrow and you get to see it in action. When you study endgame and middle game, you might not see it in a while. So I get it, but it's okay if you do it and you're making progress. But if you see that you're walking in circles, maybe dedicate more time to the middle game and to the end game. Develop core skills, not 25 skills at the same time. One skill at a time. That's it. The polish? No. Maybe I have, but I don't know the name. You develop it. That's something you develop. You develop it. one thing that I like to do myself, and I tell my students, especially those who play tournament, is whenever you're training, and I guess this applies to anything else, and you're like, you know what, time to finish because I'm feeling tired. That's when you want to push a little bit more, like get used to it. When you play in a tournament, sometimes your games go for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Sometimes you have to play 2 rounds in the same day. And if you have put yourself in those situations in training, it's a little bit easier when you play in the actual tournament. Hey, you should be fine if you just keep training your tactics. You get a decent foundation when it comes to endgames, king and pawn endgames, rook endgames, king and pawn endgames, not even rook endgames. And play consistently. Review your games. Just do it consistently. There you go. But learn it to the point where you could get to the middle game. That's it. All right. My opponent played. Now, if it's not about what I take, it's about what I leave on the board. I don't feel good leaving my bishop that is blocked against this knight. So what do I want to leave on the board? What would you play, guys? Well, if it's one of my courses, definitely I'll go with, someone asked this today. I like counterblow because, I mean, that's what I've played since I was a beginner, but it's easy to learn. It works against anything. You could play it as white and black. And I'm really proud of the fact that I did teach the opening, but I also talked about chess principles. Look at the pawn structure, the weak square, so you get a little bit of everything. And then this recent course that is about strategy and positional chess is all I know, but it's pretty basic too. So definitely those are interesting. You could take a look. Now, if I ask myself what minor pieces would I like to leave on the board? I would love to leave my knight, actually. Why are you here? Why did I want to trade you? I would like to get rid of my bishop for a knight. Yeah, maybe knight versus bishop? Or bishop versus bishop. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want this gone and these two gone. Okay, let's see if they take my bishop. I want this bishop gone. I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want, and I don't want that bishop because it is blocked by my central pawn. So not really doing much. A3 or rook e1. You're basically saying I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, b4. Oh, if they take, you have a fork. Sneaky. Look at you, man. Ah, see? Feeling better. Did they think I was going to trap the bishop? Ah, because now they have these. Interesting. Fancy guys. I think they're counting on b5. All right, I'm not gonna freak out. I'm ready to triple on the f file. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's cute. Like my student Robinson, he says, that's a cute move. That's cute. All right. What do I do with you? Do I give it to mess up your pawn structure or just ignore it? Don't give up on me yet. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. Pretty creative. Is this guy an 1800? Yes. To take or not to take? I don't think we care. Mm. Okay, don't give him anything. I don't know, maybe I should have played before, something like that. I don't want to take, couldn't care less. All I know is that this is going to pay off. My bishop in a moment is coming around. Yeah, the thing is that they're going to really... Yeah, they're not going to enjoy my f-file. Okay, let me take. I don't need to do anything crazy. This is a plan. This also is a plan. What do you want? Silly pawns? Guys, man. Can I just do my plan in peace? I'll give you this for free, I promise. But remember what I've been telling you since the beginning of today's stream. Don't fall in love with an idea. Now I wanna get this knight for free. It's a cheap trick. I wanna checkmate the king. It's a cheap trick. Don't give too many thanks for that. Take care of this first. But if I do this, they're gonna play a5. Okay. Oh no, of course. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think after this game we'll reach 1800. We'll review the game, and then if any of you wants to play a few games against me or a game or whatever, I think I have some time left. What are you eating right now, man? What are you eating? Okay, c4. Let me see. You have played... What I don't like about c4, I like that. I almost played it, as you could see. But then my b3 pawn is going to suffer. Okay, I knew that was going to happen, but this is when I go boom. You could call this a chip trick. I call it improving my queen. Yeah, this guy, he's like, I'm an adult. I'm not going to fall for that. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, just take and forget about that. But how about d4? Let me take. Fine. d4 or bishop c1. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Let's go. It only makes sense to open up the position. This bishop is, if it opens up, the diagonal opens up, this is going to be it. Bishop c1 is probably better. This game, we got to review it. Okay, d5. Where are you going to go, queen? Better be careful, queen. I don't want the position to be locked. Let's do it. This is now being attacked. This cannot be right. You know what? I was like, I don't know what to do. I just had to leave it like that. Let me see if I can complicate the game. I could just trade. Okay, you don't let me complicate the game, I cannot win. If you don't let me complicate the game, I cannot. Luckily, I have my rook. Otherwise, they take, and the rook takes me. Okay, knight is coming over. This is what happens when you fall in love with an idea. Falling in Yep. Everything that I did was wrong. The knight is improved because I pushed the d pawn. Man. There's no tactic. There's none. He's not giving me anything. Okay, now we have to go all in and complicate the game. That's it. Knight g3 fork. No, cannot even do anything about that. Nothing with the queen. Take, check. Have nothing. Queen h5. What? I might have something. Don't give up. No, I don't have anything. Of course I don't have anything. What am I dreaming of here? No, it's nothing. This is just a cheap trick here, just trying to create something. We got 19 seconds. Bishop g5. That was my last resource and I missed it too. Yeah, we're now winning this one. With my pawn on e6, maybe. Not anymore. And well played. Well played. Woof, let's review this one. Well done. Well done. Now I gotta win 2 games to get to 1800. All right, let's show some respect. And let's review the game. This is how we learn. All right. So b3. no b3. No b3. Now, okay, let me see. What mistakes did we make? Did I make here? Bishop e2, take, knight a4. Okay, this is where you said b4. No. They played queen e7. Knight c5 made sense. Maybe then c3. Okay. d3 and bishop d4. Now, is b4 too bad? We missed that one. You wanted this to do a fork, but they could get out of it with a tempo. And then they get it for free. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now, another critical moment I wanted to review. Okay, bishop f2, is that a move? Yeah, it's the best move. Who's this guy? Who is this guy? Now, right here, d4. Someone said, I think you said bishop c1. That was a better move. That's it. That was the end of it. That was the end of it. Absolutely. Okay, you know what? This one, you cannot even get upset because our opponent played better. And it was a loss, so that's 3 losses. All right, let's do this. You know what? We haven't played our stonewall, guys. So let's go with the stonewall. Let me see if I can take it out on my next opponent. We take that. Okay, I'll do it after. I'll do it after this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop b5. Lion with black. There we go. That was another opening you set as black. You got it. You got it. Thanks. I was so confident I was gonna win that one. Reality check. All right, we castled. We're still up a pawn, which they could take any time, but all right, because their king is still in the center. Let's see if we can open up the position. When do you push? No, typically you leave it on c3 for your stone wall. Is that a poison pawn? Oh, these guys. Who are you? Another 1800? 1848? These 1800s. Could they let me win the game? I'm sorry, my friend, but I'm taking that. They don't have a light square bishop. Yeah, I don't see you checkmating me here. I don't see you trapping my queen here. And this king is not castling anytime soon. Am I behind in development? Yes, but... Tony, what's going on? I can't believe you guys didn't know I was back. I've been back for a while now. Okay, I'm sorry to report to my opponent. I'm not losing this one. And I'm sounding so confident and arrogant because... Okay, I thought they were going to trade queens. No. Okay, well done. Well done, well done. That's it. I'm up a couple pawns. If we trade... did I miss this? I mean, I get out of it with a check, but I definitely thought it's going to be better. Okay, no one is going to hit me. They don't have a light square bishop. I'm right on top of the knight, so he cannot hit me. This one is pinned. They don't have the same funny battery. This sacrifice doesn't lead to anything. They cannot castle. All right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. This is the level where everybody knows their tactics. Everybody knows how to control their emotions. You're not going to get anything out of the opening, at least not consistently. All right. Taking that. Taking this. Okay. I just need to trade queens. If the queens are gone, the game is over. But until I do so, they could complicate the game so much. At least I'm getting ahead in I'm getting developed. Well, I think we have a lot of Naroditsky's material on YouTube already. So whoever needs, you could go and rewatch it over and over. Absolutely. But always happy to add just a little bit to that. Absolutely. For black, maybe a6. Yeah, no, okay, no, that's what they played. You're right. All right, guys, you get all the creative you want to get. All I want is the trade of queens. And I'm up 3 pawns. No one is going to checkmate me. If they do, they deserve the win. Without the queen, it's not going to happen. This is an easy plan to push. This comes with a tempo. Yep. Let me develop my bishop. And they cannot even, I don't worry about this because of the fork. Sorry, the fork. Even if I lose this pawn, I'm going to be up 2 pawns. And one of them is easy to push. No, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for saying hi. He's from the Bay. Nah, he was great. He was great. He was great. I have actually two students. My next lesson is with two students of mine. They told me that they're like, "Hey, I started playing, and Naroditsky was the one that I would watch." So they got to the point. They tell me that they felt like they know him. Like, okay, I know the guy. I know how he was feeling this week or the next week or the last week or the first week. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, that's it. Get the pawn if you want. I'm not gonna get upset, my friend. I'm so in love with you. Correct. You're right. If they had taken, I don't mind it, just fork. Give me that. Yeah, you're right. Simplify, 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 simplify. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. Improve my pieces. Now, this is just a cheap trick. If they let me, I give them my rook for 2 minor pieces. Yeah, we're doing well on time. We should be okay. This game, we should not let it go. And that's another benefit of, yeah, I know. Benefit of losing. It puts you back on your toes. Huh. Okay, these checks are interesting, but that's not what I want. Now, if I take, and you take, I don't need to give you any of that. If I do this, you sack the bishop, I move over. Oh, I get checkmated. Are you gonna keep making me think? G4, F5. Yeah, okay, that's it. I know they could do this, but again, that gives me some time. Yeah, all right. I don't even have to take you back. So give me this. Let me not pre-move. You never know with these guys. And now, the only thing we have to do is not give them anything. If these rooks activate, we might be cooked. But without calculation, as long as you don't open roads, streets for the rooks to come into your camp, you should be fine. Once I put this bishop in here, goodbye, baby. Start pushing the pawn all the way, and that's it. That's fine. I know, but they're so tempting. Yep, you got it. You got it. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Just push, push, push. Every time I push that pawn, the more concerned my opponent becomes. Are you still here? That's the question. Push, push, push. There's no silly checkmates, no nothing. Push, push, push. And then if I put my bishop on b8, that rook is in jail. They're not coming out anytime soon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got lucky. We got lucky on that one. We brought the co-champs trophy home. Someone is having some Greek salad in Athens now because of that prize. Checkmate in 32. Let me see, Roberto. I think we're past 32 already. Yeah, this is move number 34. Hola, hola, saludos. ¿Cómo está todo? Yeah, I think this one is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think it'll be cool. Definitely, any events they do, any material they put out there for us is gonna benefit us. And as they do more, they're gonna get better and better. So yeah, why not? Good games, good games. 3 hours already? I cannot believe it. Let me see. No. 245. 245. Okay, we got this one. Pretty straightforward. I think it was just my opponent doing what I did in the other game. My opponent was just, he fell in love with an attacking idea, very aggressive. In the course first strike, I covered this line. C5, give me the pawn. And good luck, my friend. That's it. This pawn is a poison pawn, but I don't think they have enough. That's it. Don't give them any silly checkmates. And all I'm trying to do is simplify the game. That's it. Once the queens are gone, end of story. And then finally, I think this is pretty cool too. G4, H5, H4. That's it. Don't open up lines for the rooks. That's it. All right, we go to the last, no, not the last, but the next game. And here we go. I'm going to update. 101. Hey, E3. Let me go for my. All right, there we go. This is what I play against the world. This is what I have always played. All of a sudden, they got into a Collie. I'm going to play E5. I could play double fianchetto too if I wanted to. It doesn't matter that they have so many attackers on the pawn, because if they took, we go knight G4 and we're good. Now, E4 or not? Let me go E8. Just improving my pieces. I don't need to prove anything. Queen's Indian defense, indeed. All right. It's either E4 and I gain more space, or I keep it the way it is, or I just simply take. Let me take. My rook is already here on the E file. The king is in the center. Thank you for the follow. And then just get on the diagonal. That's it. My two bishops on the long diagonals. Why not? Knight to the center, very attractive too. And little by little, we make our way downtown. Making my way downtown. Turn. Now, if they play Queen F3, I'm going to play D5. Because I'm paying attention to the pieces left on the board. And I want their bishop to be locked by these pawns. So I'm going to fix it in place. Man, can I do something about you? How much do I care about this? Is this an option? I like this line. Knight c5. If you take, I take. I'm hitting the rook. If the rook moves, I pin the knight. Okay. Knight c5. If you take, I'm gonna take hitting the queen. That gives me support for knight d3. Not that I want the bishop, but a powerful knight on d3 is gonna be stronger than the rooks. The only question that I gotta ask myself is, what if they don't do anything? What if they just castle? Then this is attacked, and this is attacked. I guess I just moved the rook back because this is hanging. All right. Maybe we end the stream, or at least, hey, you already calculated this? Okay, let me double check here. Check, you move, I take. No, let's go for this. He was expecting it. Okay, I'm taking my time. He's asking himself, why is he taking his time? All right. Now I gotta prove that this knight is better than his rooks. That's it. He might try to play f3 to remove the support of the knight, and I'm gonna play f5. By the way, sorry to keep bringing it up, but this is straight out of... Where are you, my friend? I'm so bad at this. Is it? No, I don't have it. I used to have a button here that would display the course. So this is straight out of the new course, and a knight could be better than a rook. Is this worth it? I think it is worth it. You can call it whatever you want, but I like it. This is the most beautiful night I've had in a while. And is this overkill? Is this necessary? How are you gonna get out? Yeah, that's how. Don't get too fancy, man. Just don't get too fancy. The better question is d6 or d5? Let me keep it at d6. Okay, hold on. We got 5 minutes. Let's do this right. Let's pretend like we know how to play chess. I mean, queen d5 is a nice trick, but we don't need this in our life. This one I like it, but this one I like a little bit more. Let's go. I don't know. Maybe that's the better move, but I'm thinking whenever you have a knight in an outpost, you gotta pay attention to what the knight is controlling and use that support. Find that point of coincidence of the pieces. So that's what I'm looking for. Always careful with any silly tactics that I might be missing. Yeah, you gotta get passive now behind that. There's some things here that I don't think are gonna do anything to me. That's why you wanted to play rook g5. You're a genius. You're a genius, man. Okay, I gotta play this. I gotta play this because I don't want you to play f3 or f4. I gotta be careful. I don't want to tangle my rook in there, but there's no open file for you. Okay, I don't have that right now. I'm so capable of missing a tactic here that I gotta be extra careful. Yeah, the thing is, can we justify it? Can we convert this? I want to think we can. This is always in the air. Gotta pay attention to that because you never know. They push the wrong pawn. I mean, they have to be uncomfortable. I have 25 pieces on that pawn. They don't have an entry point. because of my knight. I think they're gonna end up giving me the material back. Either that or they checkmate me. Hey, that sounds a little bit weird, but I get your point. Yeah. A rook by itself is not gonna get me in trouble. Oh man, did I miss that? No, wait. Did I miss that? I didn't see that coming. That's why we're not gonna make it. But I think we're fine. Okay. I don't think I'm missing anything. Rook g3. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Rook g3, queen e5, knight f4. Rook g3. Yeah, but the thing is, rook g3, they don't have to take with the king. They could take with the h pawn, for example. I was thinking something like knight f4, and maybe it could go over if that was the queen, but that's not the queen. At least I'm going to keep putting pressure. I'm not the only one blundering today, I hope. Cannot blunder no more. That's a fact. There has to be something, man. It could be fun. The way I see it, we're very lost. No, I just lost. Of course I just lost. Check and they get here. Woof. Did I miss? I was like, they don't have any checks, but they just take. And I don't have anything. That's it, that's it. All right, well played by my opponent. And this was 1790. Yeah, even if I take, that's it. All right, we're gonna be here for a while. Let's review this one because this was a nice game. I don't mind losing this one. All right, let me see. Let me see if my sacrifice made any sense. Okay, d5, 92, 95. Nope, keep it simple. Just go back. You don't need to get creative. 95, not cool. Now, you see how I said, what if they don't do anything? The better move was either castling or rook b1. Now, my opponent takes, we take 93, and the position is equal. So we do have compensation for it. Where did I mess up? Okay, so far so good. I think I just missed the rook c4. Welcome to my life. It was too good. Okay, this is not looking good. What was the better move? b5. That's the I missed that, and that's true. It is very, very creative. It's time. It's time to go all in on these guys, right? That's it. I missed that. Yeah, I needed to play b5. All right, well played. Let's go to my next opponent and start the game. Let me update the losses. And let's adjust. All right, d4. Let's finish this, guys. We gotta bring the big guns. Even though we just lost with the king's Indian defense. All right, give me the free pawn. I'm the white. I'm the black pieces. What do you mean? But now it's when we gotta relax. Now it's when we gotta. Oh, I missed this. Oh man. I was looking for you, baby, and I fell for it. Two more wins. I think more like 3. All right, this one. I know that one. Richard have fallen for this many times, and I fell for it. At the same time, I like it because we're losing. So what do we do when we're losing? We try to complicate the game. We try to develop quickly. Almost every game so far, I get ahead, simplify. Now, I try to get as many pawns as needed. 2 pawns for the piece. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see. Am I going to have time? Yeah, I'm going to have time. All right. Develop quickly before they develop. Complicate, complicate, complicate. Ooh. No, gotta take. I don't want to drop the bishop. Everything matters now. Hopefully my strong pawn center gives me compensation. Now, I have a ton of excuses now. But no. Let's say these guys are playing really well. We gotta adjust. We're coming from 800. We gotta adjust. That's the perfect one. That's the perfect excuse. That's it. Too many changes. Yeah, you're like, e3 against the world. All right, knight c3, fork. Knight d2. Not sure where you're gonna go next. Just activate. I'm telling you. Okay, that's very weird what you're doing right there. Keep improving your pieces. Or not. Okay, you're not coming out. Let me see if I can at least scare them a little bit. I don't know if it's enough, but I need to complicate. The mentality, the approach now is, I'm already lost. Let me throw everything I have. Okay. Don't give up anything else. Now, and honestly, I got 2 pawns for the piece, so it's not so bad. I told you I have nothing else to lose, my friend, so I'm going all in right now. Push, push, push. Let them calculate, let them worry about that. And you might ask yourself, what is this? I'm losing. I don't care. Craziness. That's it. I'm not the only one blundering today. I'm not the only one affected by the colors of the board. I'm not the only one tired. Yeah. No, guys, sorry. It's not that kind of live stream. I'm just trying to get this account to 2200 using the ideas from the new Chessable course. This is pretty cool, actually, but it doesn't work. How about Bishop F8? Nah, that's for people who know how to play chess. Right now, what are you going to do about this? This is a hanging bishop. I might be able to get something. I got my pass pawn. Knight c3. What are you attacking? Yeah, this is a little bit odd, honestly. This player has nothing to do with the guy who beat me a moment ago. I thought of it, but I don't think we need it. The thing with that move is if you do that, d3 they block, and then they could defend that knight with everything. I mean, this is simplification at its finest. I could try to get rid of you. Hold on a second. I'm winning by a lot. Of course, simplified, but I do want to take advantage of it. Keep it simple. Now, we are on the other side of the fence now. We were losing, so we were complicating the game. Now we're winning, and we want to keep it very simple. Yeah. And now they're just trading. Maybe they had no choice, but... Yeah, no, happy to trade everything. I don't care about this pawn because of the back rank. I do have to be careful with any silly checkmates. It cannot happen. Seventh rank. Hold on a second. I'm winning by 3 pawns. Okay. Still, they cannot leave the back rank because of my pawn. Attacking the pawn. If the knight takes, I think we have a fork. This bishop is defending so much. I'm looking for ways to get rid of it. I'm gonna wait. Enough. No. Let me do this. That goes against my principle of not giving them anything. But why not rook a2? I thought, because I was thinking leave and then maybe I could do something like bishop b2. But as you can see, nothing is making sense. Doing great. How are you? Here, trying to get to 1800. These guys, they don't let me. They don't blunder. Actually, it's been 2 or 3 of them that really made it very difficult. So we got 4 losses so far. I'm not even going to think about this one. Let me see. Okay, no silly blunders, no checks. Should be an easy win. That's what they say. Now, I do like, I'm defending the pawn, but I do like to keep my bishop 2 squares away from the knight. That means we control that knight. Okay, you're falling, I guess. I guess bishop e5, bishop f4. Yeah, if they don't take this pawn, that's the easy way, but they're gonna take it, fine. Now, with this knight controlled, let me see if I can put these pawns in motion. If I put this pawn in motion, that's the end. If that doesn't work, then yeah, g3 was better. If that doesn't work, we gotta activate the king. That's it. Remember, we keep the knight away because we're 2 squares away from the knight. It's bishop g3, e2, that's the end. That's it. I just needed that pawn to move forward. And once again, the power of the pawns next to each other. Okay, I don't need to do that, but yeah, I do need to do so. Woo! All right, let's go to the next one. Now, don't even tell me. We're going with counter blow against the world. We gotta bring this home. And this would be our 102. Let's go. All right. This is chapter 4, I think. Austrian attack. If they play bishop d3, then on the YouTube, nah. Okay, let's see if there's anyone here from Counter Blow. What do we play here? I'll give you 30 seconds to see if anyone types it. If you're as tired as I am, you're not gonna type anything, but we'll see. Hello, hello. The central fork, guys. The central fork. That's it. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, happy to take this because now my rook is open. H6. I don't want any of the knights coming in. There we go. There we go. Okay. What do you do here? Or even better, what do you do here? Counter, hyper modern opening. We let them put pawns in the center so that we can kamikaze those pawns. Yeah, something has to give. I want this one. I just want a pin. Just bother. What do you mean black is underdeveloped? That's it. 1,800 players. Counter blow is coming. Now we got lucky on this one. We pin the knights. We put pressure on it. Lack of development. That's it. I was gonna take with the bishop to trade everything down, but I don't want to leave this guy hanging. I don't want to give him anything. Just because the knight is hanging, but they could go 93. So close to doing something silly. I don't need that in my life. Fine. But I want to do it. I don't need to. But I want to do it. Why am I hesitating so much here? All right, let me not do anything crazy. Ah, there you go. There we go. No, don't play it. Nah, don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, they want to return the favor. Let me take here. If they take the knight, that's a fork. Don't really care about this because, I mean, the queen by itself, I've said it many times, it's not going to get me in trouble. Hey, nice to see you here. How's the family? Now, don't worry, you're getting to the good part. Okay. Taking with the rook, active rook, but taking with the pawn keeps everything intact. One queen by itself is not going to get me in trouble. Also, I could use the G file to attack that king. Aye, beautiful. They're saying if I take, they take, and I'm pinned. That's pretty clever. If I do, that's pretty clever. You see, I don't need to mess around with any of these. Queen d4, bishop e3. If I take, I'm pinned. Okay, hold on a second. If I take, no. If I go check, you block. I take, you take my queen. I cannot take with check. I'm pinned. All right, fair enough. Now we have no choice. But to try to win this game on the G file. You saw it? You guys are geniuses. I'm not saying anything. If I don't adjust, I'm not even gonna do the next live stream to get to 1900. It's not gonna happen. Welcome to the real world. All right. I could get you after. This is a protected pass pawn. Happy to keep it for the end game. It's also on the light square. My bishop is good. Change the move order? Who could have changed the move order? Oh, I don't think you need to go for that pawn. What? At what point? There's some sacrifice ideas too. We're going in. Long range pieces, they try to look for that point of coincidence. No, this black king is surrounded by so many. Who are you with here? No. It's just that I have so many pieces. In the course, actually, there's a gameplay by Kasparov where he plays something like this. Not that I'm comparing to myself to Kasparov, but yeah, I don't even know what's going to happen, but something good has to be in the air. Okay, this, you come out or check first. Okay, let's calculate. Let's not be lazy. We got 6 minutes. If we don't calculate right, we're going to have to play another 2-3 games to get to 1800. What am I calculating? Any checks? I was gonna go here to then hit him through A2. If I go here, oh no, I gotta go on C4 so that I don't play C4. Queen C4. If you block, it's mate. Queen c4, if you go here, check. This is the line that I was calculating. If you go there, check, you come out, rook d8. I mean, I could always just take on c1 and take, but I want something concrete. Why is it that I'm not liking this? Oh, no. All right. Queen a6. c4 doesn't matter because we have check, and then we take on a2. Why am I not calculating properly? Because I don't know how. Yeah, worst case scenario, I'm just taking on c1, and then I'm taking over here. I don't need to get fancy. I don't know, something tells me, as much as I want to make this work, something tells me this is better. Let me double check here anyways. And then what if I change the move order? Queen c4. Let me come out. I mean, this one is simple, but let's go. Yeah, but I would like I would like to see something to calculate just to practice. So many pieces, there has to be something. Okay, this is where I was going with this move, and then I take on c3. I could also take on a2, and that's mate, actually. You see, I wanted to see it up to queen a2. I didn't see queen a2. I knew I was winning, but... All right, people, we made it to 1804, believe it or not. I let this go. I have another lesson to teach. I have to have dinner, teach a lesson in 30 minutes. Any questions? Anything? Uh-oh, I moved myself. I forgot to lock you. Okay, everything's locked. If I could leave you with something, those last games where I got destroyed, I gotta update the score. What am I doing? Those last games where I got destroyed, that's reality. I know that if I ever go down to 1800 on my main account I think is 2500 on chess.com, but if I go down to 1800, I know that I'm gonna get back to 24, 25, but it won't be like game after game. I'm gonna have my losses, I'm gonna have to adjust. So that's reality. And everything that I'm saying out loud as I calculate, that's the way it goes for me. I gotta rely on these principles to be able to navigate through these ranks. I went too far. Thank you. Good games. Thank you. Well, glad to hear. Thank you for being here. Thanks for all the support. And I will see you around, okay? 2